Subscribe to our channel. VPN provides you with tools and information to help you run your business smoothly. Data privacy for virtual mailboxes. How VPN ensures SOC2 Type II certification. In today's digital world, protecting your data has never been more crucial. According to IBM, the global average cost of a data breach in 2024 hit a staggering $4.88 million and is the highest total ever. Whether it's personal info or sensitive business data, the stakes couldn't be higher, especially in sectors like healthcare. This is where VirtualPostMail or VPM comes in. With SOC2 Type II Certification, VPM offers their secure, privacy-focused virtual mailbox solution designed to protect your data. Let's explore how VPM is enhancing digital data security. While not all elements in a SOC 2 audit may apply to every factor I discuss, we'll focus on where VPM excels in meeting the industry's security standards, ensuring we maintain the highest level of certification. Why you need SOC 2 Type II Certification. SOC 2 Type II Certification is particularly important for healthcare organizations for several reasons. Enhanced data protection. SOC 2 Type II ensures robust security measures are in place to protect sensitive patient health information, PHI, and personal data. This aligns closely with HIPAA requirements, providing an additional layer of security for healthcare data. Trust and credibility. Achieving SOC 2 Type II compliance demonstrates to patients, partners, and regulators that an organization has implemented and effectively maintained appropriate controls to protect data over an extended period, typically 6 to 12 months. Regulatory alignment. Healthcare organizations that are HIPAA compliant will find it easier to align with other SOC 2 certification mailbox services and businesses, providing additional assurance of their data protection practices. Risk mitigation. SOC 2 Type II compliance can help healthcare organizations qualify for reduced cybersecurity insurance rates and potentially mitigate regulatory penalties for HIPAA violations. Business opportunities. Many enterprise customers and business partners in healthcare prefer or require SOC 2 Type II compliance from their vendors and service providers. Continuous improvement. SOC 2 Type II emphasizes ongoing security enhancement, encouraging healthcare organizations to continuously monitor, update, and improve their data protection measures. By achieving and maintaining SOC 2 Type II compliance, healthcare organizations can demonstrate their commitment to data security, build trust with stakeholders, and ensure they meet the stringent requirements of protecting sensitive healthcare information. VPM understands this and goes even further with achieving SOC 2 Type II certification, meeting the 5 key trust service criteria: security, availability, processing integrity, confidentiality, and privacy, so you can trust that your data is in secure hands. How VPM achieves SOC 2 certification. SOC 2 Type II certification requires a thorough audit of the company's cybersecurity practices. Here's a breakdown of the measures VPM uses to meet SOC 2's criteria. Security measures. In SOC 2 Type II, the security rule, also known as the Common Criteria, CC, is a mandatory component that focuses on protecting systems and data against unauthorized access and disclosure. It requires organizations to implement and maintain effective controls to safeguard information and systems over an extended period, typically at least 6 months. The security rule encompasses several key aspects. Access control, implementing systems to manage and restrict access to sensitive data and resources. Firewalls, strengthening network security with stricter inbound and outbound rules. Intrusion detection and prevention, deploying systems to identify and mitigate potential security threats. Multi-factor authentication, enforcing additional layers of user verification to enhance security. Monitoring, continuous surveillance of systems and networks for potential security breaches. Incident response, establishing procedures to address and mitigate security incidents effectively. By adhering to the security rule, organizations demonstrate their commitment to protecting client data and maintaining a robust security posture over time, which is crucial for building trust with stakeholders and preventing potential data breaches. Let's talk about our firewalls and network protection. VPM services are hosted on Amazon Web Services, a SOC 2 and HIPAA-compliant platform, ensuring the highest standards of security for stored data. VPM employs a multi-layered security approach using several AWS security tools to protect their infrastructure and customer data. Network security. AWS Network Firewall filters network traffic, providing stateful inspection and intrusion prevention. Virtual Private Cloud, VPC, isolates resources in a private, logically isolated section of the AWS cloud, enhancing security by controlling network access. Security groups control traffic at the instance level, acting as a virtual firewall for instances to control inbound and outbound traffic. Network ACLs provide subnet level filtering, offering an additional layer of network security for controlling traffic in and out of subnets. DDoS and Web Application Protection. AWS Shield protects against distributed denial of service (DDoS) attacks, safeguarding the availability of VPN services. AWS WAF Web Application Firewall blocks common web exploits and malicious traffic, protecting web applications from attacks like SQL injection and cross-site scripting. This comprehensive security setup demonstrates VPM's commitment to protecting their infrastructure and customer data using industry-standard AWS security tools and best practices. By implementing these measures, VPM creates multiple layers of defense against various types of cyber threats and unauthorized access attempts. As our entire server infrastructure is hosted on AWS, we do the following. We go through the discovery phase, planning, remediation, and validation phases for vulnerability assessments. We subscribe to technical vulnerability reporting databases, assess whether vulnerabilities apply, and then prioritize fixing these. We do have penetration testing done with being SOC2 certified. Our servers are always kept up to date and automatically patched on a periodic basis. We do this by bringing up new servers and taking down old ones rather than patching servers, which keeps our servers in constant pristine state. All critical data, mail data, files, and images are hosted on S3 and RDS, which are fully managed by AWS and follow their vulnerability management. The AWS services we use are fully SOC 2, HIPAA, and NIST compliant. Traffic encryption. To ensure your data is always protected, we implement end-to-end encryption using TLS protocols, guaranteeing the confidentiality and integrity of data in transit. All mail data is encrypted when stored at rest with a 99.99% durability over a given year to minimize data loss. Two-factor authentication, 2FA. VPN uses 2FA to protect against phishing and brute force attacks, requiring users to verify their identity beyond just a password. VPN implements 2FA as an additional layer of security, requiring users to enter a one-time passcode from an authenticator app to access their accounts. Check out our video on 2FA for more details. We don't just focus on digital security, physical security is just as crucial. All our locations feature 24/7 surveillance, restricted access areas, and alarm systems to protect against unauthorized access to physical mail. On-site processing. All VPN locations receive, process, and store mail on-site, reducing the risk of mail being lost or compromised during transfer. On-site mail shredding. For sensitive physical documents, we offer secure on-site shredding using certified mobile shredding services. You'll even receive a certificate of destruction for your peace of mind. Availability. The availability criteria in SOC2 Type II focuses on ensuring that information and systems are accessible for operation and used to meet an organization's objectives. Key aspects of availability criteria. System accessibility, ensuring systems and data are accessible when needed for business operations. Business continuity, implementing and testing disaster recovery plans, and business continuity procedures. Backup and replication, securely backing up systems and data to prevent loss. Infrastructure monitoring, continuous monitoring of infrastructure and capacity to maintain system availability. Performance standards, adhering to operational uptime and performance standards. And environmental threat mitigation, identifying and preparing for potential environmental threats that could disrupt service. Incident response. In case of an incident, VPM has established protocols for rapid detection and response with a thorough investigation and corrective actions to restore normal operations. Breach notification. We're committed to notifying customers within 30 days if a data breach occurs, with detailed breach information and steps taken to mitigate future risks. Processing integrity. Processing integrity refers to the assurance that a system achieves its purpose, like delivers the right data at the right time, correctly, completely, and with authorization. Key factors of processing integrity. Completeness, ensuring all transactions are processed without omission. Accuracy, verifying that process information reflects the intended characteristics. Timeliness, confirming that processing occurs within the expected time frame. Authorization, guaranteeing that only approved transactions are processed. And validity, ensuring that processed transactions are legitimate and appropriate. Due diligence. VPM ensures integrity by evaluating all sub-processors to enter agreements upholding SOC 2 principles. Continuous monitoring. With continuous monitoring, we proactively detect any deviations from security standards to address potential threats before they escalate. Regular security audits. Our regular security audits continue to verify compliance with policies and regulatory requirements. It helps identify vulnerabilities and ensures alignment with Generally Accepted Privacy Principles, GAPP. We keep detailed logs and regular reviews of sub-processor activities to ensure accountability. Maintaining data transparency. VPM is committed to transparency. We'll never sell or rent your data without consent. You can always request up-to-date information about sub-processors and data usage. Confidentiality. Under this criteria, SOC2 Type II focuses on protecting confidential information by ensuring data is shielded from unauthorized access and disclosure, in line with commitments made to clients. This certification demonstrates an organization's ability to maintain strict confidentiality controls. Key aspects include identification of confidential information, procedures to identify and designate confidential data when received or created, and determine retention periods, protection of confidential information, measures to safeguard confidential data from unauthorized access, disclosure, and destruction during the specified retention period, destruction of confidential information, procedures to identify and properly destroy confidential data when the retention period ends. Confidential information can include various types of data, for example, legal documents, bank information, or transaction details. Bank-level data encryption. AWS Key Management Service, KMS. AWS KMS is a managed service that enables the creation, control, and management of cryptographic keys used for data encryption. Key features include centralized key management. KMS provides a single point for defining policies across integrated AWS services and applications. Encryption within applications. The AWS Encryption SDK facilitates secure cryptographic operations within applications. Compliance and auditing. KMS integrates with AWS CloudTrail, enabling logging of key usage for auditing, regulatory, and compliance purposes. AES 256 encryption. AES 256 is a symmetric encryption algorithm that uses a 256-bit key for encrypting and decrypting data. It's considered one of the most secure encryption standards, ideal for protecting sensitive information. PCI DSS compliance. For billing and credit card information, PCI DSS compliance ensures that this sensitive data is protected according to industry standards. The Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, PCI DSS, sets strict security guidelines for organizations handling credit card information. By combining AES 256 encryption, AWS KMS for key management, and PCI DSS compliance, a multi-layered security approach is established, ensuring robust protection for sensitive information both at rest and during processing. Comprehensive encryption for data in transit. All data in transit is encrypted with SSL, TLS certificates to ensure confidentiality. AWS Certificate Manager, ACM, issues SSL certificates for all AWS-hosted sites and applications, ensuring data confidentiality. The customer portal on Netlify is protected by Netlify's SSL certificate system, while sites on Cloudflare use Cloudflare's SSL certificates for enhanced data transit security. Privacy criteria protects personally identifiable information (PII) and ensures that an organization handles personal data responsibly. Key aspects of the privacy criteria include notice, communicating privacy practices to data subjects through clear, accessible privacy notices. Choice and consent, informing data subjects about choices regarding their personal information and obtaining consent for collection, use, and disclosure. Collection, limiting collection of personal information to what's necessary and ensuring it's obtained through lawful means. Use, retention, and disposal, using personal information only for the purposes it was collected for, and disposing of it at the end of a defined retention period. Access, providing data subjects with the ability to access and review their personal information. Disclosure and notification, informing data subjects about disclosures of their personal information and notifying them of any breaches. Quality, ensuring the accuracy and completeness of personal information. And monitoring and enforcement, implementing processes to monitor compliance with privacy policies and enforce them. Access controls, access to customer and sensitive data is strictly limited. Higher levels of access are granted only to those who absolutely need it, and access is promptly disabled within 1 business day upon employee termination. Production data is restricted to production-level admins, with all access fully audited and logged in a secure, unalterable AWS account to ensure complete accountability. Comprehensive logging. VPM keeps detailed logs of all actions involving customer data and mail, creating a clear audit trail for tracking and review. These logs help us quickly identify and address any unauthorized access or anomalies, ensuring full compliance with privacy policies and regulatory standards. At VPM, we take your privacy and security seriously, from the moment your mail enters our system to the time it's delivered. With our top-tier encryption, physical security measures, continuous monitoring, and strict access controls, we're dedicated to keeping your data safe with SOC2 Type II Certification. If you want to learn more about how we protect your information, check out VirtualPostMail.com. Check out some of our other videos in the description box below for a more in-depth look at some of these topics. Learn more.